Yo, yo, yo. Another quick little episode of Jared Tries Trading. Not really an episode, but I wanted to do a little homework today, and I decided I might as well record and bring you guys along, on the journey. This is not financial advice, and I can't say I'm doing anything correct, but what I did was go through the positions I have open right now, and I just wanted to test the waters and see what I could do if I could draw any of these algo lines to figure out a price point to so I could trade these with a little more accuracy. And if it does the complete opposite, I'm cool with that. This may be doing it wrong, but I decided to give it a try. So, bam, here we have pins. I can't lie, I cheated a little bit. I didn't know Harry did this in his video. So my first two lines were this downward sloping trend line, and then also this another, downward sloping trend line. But what makes these algo lines, according to Harry, is an algo line starts with a candle that has above average volume. So this one also made sense to me because it had a lot of touches. So 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, 5 touch. In the beginning, in my last video, this is just a downward sloping trend line to me, which had a lot of significance in why I like the trade. I think the SMA is also around this area too. So this line makes sense to me. Then I drew this one. This is above average volume, and I just drew it downwards because it has another touch right here. But Harry's algo line, and this is just me walking myself through it, this is a more recent high volume candle or above average candle, and he drew it upwards to do this touch right here. And that creates, I guess, what he's calling a corridor. And then within this little thing right here, this corridor, this is the only above average volume candle as well. And so I drew it up here with as many touches as I could. Now he mentioned it can't be too steep. So I don't know if this is a valid algo line right here. It also went straight through this candle, which makes it invalid. But it still gives you this price point, and I put this white dotted line here at 26.87. So we closed above that, and if we get any sort of continuation, I guess even Harry said this will be our stop point, unless he just used this downward sloping trend line, that price point. But this gives us a clear price point, if we weren't in the trade and we closed above this, it's a good time to go long. Again, just talking myself through this, if you happen to give a damn. And then I'm also in BMS. Did I not do, is this the right? Oh, BSM, sorry. So confused. Again, don't know if I'm doing this shit right, but we have here a really high volume candle back on September 20th. So that's where I started my line. And I went straight across to this high volume candle as well. And I just extended the line out so it goes through all these. So that's one line. And it makes sense because, right here, it was just in this little range consolidating, so it likes this little area right here. And then I also drew out this horizontal resistance, just starting from trend lines. You could draw them anywhere. So from way back here, that also lines up with this region here and this candle. That's just a regular horizontal resistance. And then there's this above average volume candle right here. Drew an up trend line to the same candle. And so I'm thinking this is a very important price point right here at 1350 or so. Obviously, we're clearly above that. We broke out of this consolidation here. But I'm guessing, my stop will be 1350, and I'll just let this bad boy run. It's a starter position anyways. So this is our little price point here. These aren't instructions. I'm not trying to tell you guys how to do this. I'm just trying it out for myself, and I may be fucking it up, but it's all good. And I also did Walmart. And Walmart's pretty interesting. These lines look crazy. We have a high volume candle right here on February 18th. Zoom out. Zoom out. So I started the algo line right there on that candle. And I got the 2 touches here on these candles right here. And then you want to draw the corridor, right? So there's this candle right here, above average volume. Connected it there at the bottom. And I just connected it to this line over here, which happens to be above average volume as well. And I just extended it all the way to the right. And then I tried a few different lines. This is an above average volume candle here. And I drew it down to connect to this candle. So this is a price point that we're looking at with this white dotted line. And it's super interesting because this point also coincides with this bounce. This bounce didn't get all the way down, but there was clearly some support right here. And I'm guessing if it breaks this point, that's a really good short. You know what I mean? So I'm actually going to just create a little alert below that. Gauge market, look to go short. Break of algo price point. I mean, that's hella far away, but maybe it'll pop up in a month or two. And then right here is a high volume candle. Connected this one to another high volume candle. And I don't know if I'm supposed to connect it to high volume candles or you just attach it wherever you want. But it gives us this price point right here with this white dotted line, which is 152.55. And as you can see today, we peaked above it, but we kind of rejected it. And, we almost got back up there back here in November. And, this high is from August last year. And then we also have the high. I also had an alert up here back here in December 2nd, which is a little ways to go. So, is this price point real? Possibly, possibly. I think the point is that it gives you a specific number as opposed to just a range, because clearly there's some support right here all the way across, some support right here. There's a lot of bounces, but I guess using these algo lines, you really drill down to get a specific price. And I don't know if I did these right at all, but it's pretty interesting, and we're gonna see what happens. I think if we're using this play, I already executed it wrong, but I'll look to go long once it breaks 152.50 and confirms above 152.50. So I'm going to set an alert here. At or above, break of algo price point, gauge market, look to go long. So we're going to see. I'm already hurting on this trade a little bit, but I think it's going to be interesting seeing, how premium these trades are. Obviously, Harry's executing them. And to be honest, I was just getting familiar and comfortable with using regular trend lines. And this is just another kind of gear that I got to throw in. But if they're that premium, this is something that's valuable to me. And if I could only take these trades, it seems like a high probability way to get myself paid or at least build the account. So that's pretty much the 3 positions I'm in, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Obviously, I'll just reiterate, we want it to go long after it breaks this point at 152.50. We'll see what happens. On BSM, we are long after it broke this price point of 13.50. So maybe I'll just look to, so hopefully this is a high probability play, and I'll look to take profits tomorrow. And we have room, I think we have room at least to 15. So maybe I'll take 50 cents on that. And pins. So we confirmed above this algo line level and above this resistance or kind of consolidation range. And I'll look to take profit maybe around 29. But we'll have to see what the market wants to do. And my stop will be back here at 26.86. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this little quick video. Just walking myself through it, trying to do a little bit of homework, improve on the skills, and I'll be back tomorrow for a real episode. Let me know if you guys like these, and I'll try to, throw some more in there for you guys. Peace.